We transformed this nice but plain house into something with some serious curb appeal. We used faux stone panels and it only took a couple days to complete. You don't want to miss this. We knew right away that we wanted to use faux stone panels because this is an older home and we didn't want to add a bunch of extra weight to the existing structure. The front of the house also faces west, so it gets a lot of direct sun. We needed something that could handle years of sun exposure, hold up to the weather, and still look great for a long time. After doing some research, we decided to go with GenStone. It was durable and lightweight. What we really liked about GenStone is that it's also available at major big box stores, which gave us a little more confidence in the product. They offer a bunch of different styles and colors on their website. Here we chose stone panels, and here are the colors that were available to choose from. We purchased during the Black Friday discount sale, but don't worry, stick around until the end of the video and we'll show you how to get that sale price as well. But for this project, we chose the Arctic Smoke Faux Stone panels. After waiting with anticipation, we finally got the shipment in and couldn't wait to get started. Our first step was to use a level to mark horizontal reference lines across the front of the house. Maintaining a perfectly level installation throughout the project was essential, and you'll soon see why. Some of the essential tools and materials needed for the installation included silicone caulking, Loctite or another construction adhesive, a drill, driver, and screws. These are the corner trim pieces we used for the installation. Since you have to start at the corners and work your way across, installing these first is an important step in the process. GenStone offers corner pieces that are designed to start the installation, but we couldn't use them on this project. With two windows positioned close together on each side of the house, there simply wasn't enough room for the corner pieces to fit properly. Instead, we started the corners using trim pieces, and they turned out to be almost a perfect fit for this application. GenStone panels are labeled with a numbering system from 1 through 4 to help stagger the installation pattern. Alternating the numbered panels creates a more natural, random-looking stone appearance and helps avoid a repetitive pattern in the finished installation. There will be times during the installation when you'll need to make cuts in the panels. In this case, we used a multi-tool to make clean, precise cuts, and it worked perfectly. Cutting through the panels was surprisingly easy, like cutting through butter. It took more time to trace out the cut patterns than to actually make the cuts. We also used a handheld battery-operated circular saw where cuts were needed. Just like the multi-tool, it cut through panels with ease. Once the measurements were right, cutting the panels was quick and effortless. Once the panels were ready to be installed, the first step was to apply a bead of silicone caulk around the outer edges. This helps create a weather-resistant seal and provides added protection against moisture. Next, we applied generous amounts of Loctite construction adhesive or another quality construction adhesive to the back of each panel before placing it on the wall. Once the panel was in place, we secured it with screws using a drill driver. We repeated the same process for every panel. Apply the silicone caulk, add the construction adhesive, position the panel, and fasten it securely with screws. Following the same installation steps for each panel helped ensure a strong, secure, and consistent finished result. We decided to check the level of the panel lines at this stage of the installation process. Unfortunately, we discovered that the panels were not level. One of the most important things we wanted to show you in this video is maintaining a level line throughout the entire installation process. If the panels are allowed to go out of level, even slightly, the finished wall can appear crooked. You don't want to waste your time or money, so make sure you have a level install as you go. We decided to level off panels immediately to avoid the entire wall looking crooked later. We knew this would create a gap in between the wall panels that we would have to come back and fill. But it was better to have a gap now than to have the whole wall looking crooked at the end. Stick around to the end of the video to see how the gap fill worked at final install. Once we confirmed the next row of panels were level, we continued the installation with confidence, knowing we were building it the right way. Taking the time to fix the problem early gave us a solid foundation for the rest of the wall and helped ensure the finished project would look exactly as it should. Nearing the completion of the install process, we were running out of full uncut panels. At this point, we only had 4 full panels left. So we had no choice but to use these previously cut remnant pieces to continue the install. We weren't sure how this was going to look, but surprisingly, it looked amazing when we were finished. We were shocked how forgiving the install process works. It was super easy. The installation process was so forgiving that it would take a significant mistake to end up with a poor-looking result. The install was so easy, even my grandma could do it. Once all the panels were installed, we still have to go back and fill all the screw holes, paint the cut edges, and fill in the gaps we had from earlier. Even at this stage, it looks amazing. We were proud of the decision we had made to go with GenStone. Once completed and installed, it was time to plug in your screw holes. With the provided color match caulk GenStone provides. My husband will explain how to mix the color match caulking provided by GenStone. Here's how that works.
This is the kit that comes with the GenStone panels. It's exact color caulk. This 3 different color paint. In particular, this one is for Arctic smoke panels. And so you're supposed to take about 30 cc's of the syringe here in this kit, inject it in here and mix it up and add that hardener. But I think what I'm gonna do is just use probably the lightest color, which is, I think these are the same colors, and that's a darker gray. So I think I'm gonna take the lighter colors, mix it in here, and then inject it into the screw holes on the panels, and then go over it with a darker color paint where needed. So that way I have these 2 vials left over, and I'll use 30 cc's of this and have these 2 as the cover-up paint. So instead of mixing all 3 colors and then putting it in here, I'm just gonna use 1 color and put it in here instead of mixing those 3 colors to try and color match that. And like I said, I'm just gonna go over touch-up paint with the darker one after all the holes are plugged up. So let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so here are the directions. Cut, inject, shake, thicken, shake, and wait. So I had to cut the top of this part off. I had to put 30 cc's of paint, the color paint you select. We're gonna inject that into here, and then that hardener there, we have to shake the paint in this thing before you put the hardener in. So we're gonna inject it, shake, and then we're gonna put the hardener in and then shake again. So just get it right up here. See right here? Are you close? That color. Side. Let's repaint. Easy. Let's get this one down here. Should spill all the way and just.
Once the touch-up paint was applied and the drill holes were filled, the project was complete. You can't even tell where we filled the gaps. It looks like real stone. Our neighbors have complimented us on how beautiful it looks, and we're very pleased with the finished result. The entire project cost approximately $2,000 and included the GenStone column panels as seen here. With some added guarding lighting, it gave it the curb appeal we were looking for. Again, this is our humble home before we got started. It was nice, but it lacked character and curb appeal. And here's the amazing final results. If you stuck around until the end of the video, we just want to say you're a rock star. We really appreciate your support. If you enjoyed this project, please give the video a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel for more projects and entertainment. If you're interested in purchasing GenStone, be sure to call them directly and ask for the Eli Black Friday discount to get their best pricing. Don't forget to mention that you saw it here. Thanks again for watching, and we'll see you in the next video. Please subscribe to our channel to see the install steps for the GenStone column in the near future.